21st, 2019. My mother passed away because she had gallstones. This was the saddest experience in my life. I didn't think it happened that quickly. My mother was hospitalized in RSUD Lubuk Sikaping. My father, my brothers, and I took care of her for about 2 weeks and almost a month in RSUD Ahmad Mukhtar before she died there. It started at the end of March when my mother's eyes turned yellow. At first, my mother just ignored it, but over time, her skin also turned yellow. We decided to take it to the doctor in RSUD Lubuk Sikaping, and he said that my mother had gallstones and should be hospitalized there. When my mother was hospitalized in RSUD Lubuk Sikaping, I was in the middle school. My first brother was working at a company but chose to resign and took care of my mother. Meanwhile, my second brother was in the university that time. After school, me and my first brother always went to the hospital, which was 1 hour from my home, to check my mother's condition and bring some clothes for my mother and my father, because he was staying there to accompany her. After 2 weeks, because the pain of my mother was getting worse, she was transferred to Ahmad Mukhtar Bukit Tinggi. It was Ramadan when my mother was hospitalized in Bukit Tinggi. I decided to take a day off from school because it was not possible for me to go back and forth to Bukit Tinggi, which is 3 hours from my home, especially during Ramadan. Finally, my mother had surgery, and after that, she was still treated. We can only check the condition of my mother at the time, determined by the doctor. After the surgery, my mother's condition was bad and got worse. Every day, we prayed for my mother's recovery. We had sahur and iftar in the car in the parking place, covered in worry and sadness. I missed my exam and I did not even care about it anymore because I only think about my mother. When I was sleeping in the car, my brother called me. He said that my mother was not okay. I was confused and immediately went to see my mother. There my father and my family were there. There was also a nurse who was checking a terrible machine next to my mother. Everyone looked frustrated, while I was just confused and did not know what was happening. Not long after, the nurse issued a letter containing the notification that my mother had died. All of us were crying, angry, sad, everything mixed up. Even my second brother hit the wall. I could only cry while looking at my mother's cold body. My mother died in the middle of the Ramadan. Time went by very long. I, who was originally a spoiled child, had to live a life without a mother. It would be a lie if I said it was easy. It was very difficult to go through every second of time when my mother just died. But over time, I got used to it. I became an independent child, a strong child, a child who could do things that my mothers usually do. No matter how hard, no matter how difficult, we can definitely get through it. Even so, it is hard, but that is called the journey of life. Life is full of experiments. There are still many trials waiting for you in the future. So we must be ready for that and must fight to get up.